We'll go next to Mike Rodak.
For Nick, you have some staff members who will or could be moving on to other jobs after this game. Just how has the level of focus and preparation been this week amongst those coaches?
Well, I think our coaching staff has done a really good job working with our players. Sark is the one guy that has shown great maturity, I think, in how he's handled his situation, moving on to be a head coach, which is what he's worked for, and we're happy for him relative to the opportunity that he's created for himself by the great job that he's done for us here. But I have no complaints at all with the way our coaches have, sort of handled the situation, and I think everybody is, sort of, wants to do the best job that they can for the players so that the players, have the best opportunity to have success in a game against a very good team.
Next question from Tim May.
Yeah, Ryan, I wonder if you could, how Justin Fields looked the last couple of days in practice. You expect him to be pretty close to 100% on Monday night. And then following that, as you prepared for this game, what is something that's kind of surprised you a little bit about this Alabama team from your vantage point?
Yeah, Justin's had a good week of practice. He's done a really good job preparing, and I think that's the thing that he felt like he did a good job going into last game, was just preparing at a high level, and he's continued to do that this week. In terms of surprise, no. When you play Alabama, you expect them to be really, really well coached, really good fundamentally, really good tacklers, hands. Just so many things that they do a great job of. So no, when you're playing against a team like this, you kind of expect, a high level of play, really good personnel, really good scheme.
Go next to Mark Stallworth.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Mark Stallworth. I'm with the Miami Times. How you doing, Coach Saban? Welcome to Miami again. My question for you is, how important is this game for recruiting in South Florida? And with T.I.U. Jones-Bell, he hasn't had tons of opportunities on the field this far this season, but how has his work ethic been off the field in regards to film room and conditioning?
Right. Well, first of all, I think that, our program is built to try to create value for players so that they could be more successful in life for having been involved in the program. And I think that, the more success you have on the field, the more interest you create, whatever that circumstance is. And certainly playing in a game like this allows you to be sort of the center of attention for at least this week of the game and maybe beyond. So all those things are probably positives when it comes to recruiting. Ty Jones-Bell is certainly a guy that has a tremendous amount of potential. He's made a great amount of improvement throughout the season, and even though he hasn't had a lot of opportunities, the more he stays focused on his development and how he can improve, I think is going to help him be a very productive player in the future.
Thank you.
Take our next question from AP Stedham.
Good morning, Coach Saban and Coach Day. Coach Saban, I wanted to ask you about Trey Sermon. You played against him when he was at Oklahoma. And what have you seen from him, especially the last 3 games? He's had high production. And Coach Day, I wanted to ask you about Najee Harris. What have you seen from him this year?
Since you asked me first, I guess I'll go for it first. Trey Sermon is a really, really good player. Ohio State has a really good offensive scheme. The balance that they create, run and pass with the weapons that they have, which is, outstanding receiver core, really good tight ends, good offensive line, quarterback who has played extremely well. So Trey has taken advantage of all those circumstances and situations and played extremely well. Especially, against Clemson last week, he had a phenomenal game, and I think he's an outstanding player and certainly going to be a challenge for us to, try to at least, do a decent job of not letting them, be able to run the ball and create positive down and distance situations so that we're always on our heels on defense, which when you have great balance, that's always the fear you have for your defensive team. And Trey Sermon has certainly been a guy that's contributed to that in a very positive and significant way.